Welcome to Knowledge Valley. My name is Ryan Pinto, and today's news is of 14th of September 2025. The first news: development initiatives in Manipur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated projects worth 1,200 crores aimed at enhancing development in Manipur. The initiatives include special packages and housing projects for displaced families, emphasizing peace and stability in the region. PM Modi visited Manipur for the first time since the ethnic violence in 2023. So, finally, our Prime Minister has visited Manipur. There was a lot of criticism, and the government has given a lot of package and housing projects for the displaced people and trying to bring peace and stability in the state. Second news: Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. The Home Ministry has introduced the Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025, replacing several older laws. This provision empowers the Bureau of Immigration to investigate databases, mandate biometric recording of all foreigners, and grant foreigners tribunals the authority to issue detention orders for individuals without proof of citizenship. So, the Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025 is set to make the immigration to make legal immigration better and illegal immigration to be stopped in India. Supreme Court on data localization. This is the third issue. The Supreme Court upheld the requirement for critical infrastructure data to be stored within India, citing national security while allowing limited cross-border processing under strict safeguards. So the other day also we had discussed that Supreme Court has been very strong and vocal for the data secrecy or data privacy. Today also, to keep the data in India, so the mostly the MNCs and the big countries which are foreign companies which are taking the data outside, Supreme Court has said you have to keep the data within India. So this belongs to India and it has to be saved within India. Okay, so this is the third news. Fourth news: National Skill Development Mission. The National Skill Development's Green Job Scheme has developed a program to train 5 million youth in renewable energy installation, waste to energy conversion, and sustainable agriculture, aligning with the green growth strategy. So now we are more focused on environment, ecology, and you must have seen the impact of climate change is bad for the country and the whole world. So green jobs are very much in news and are in demand and need to be promoted. So 5 million youth, 50 lakh youth will be trained in renewable energy installation, waste to energy conversion, and sustainable agriculture, aligning with the green growth strategy. National Digital Health Mission. Karnataka became the first to fully integrate electronic health cards, teleconsultation, and AI driven diagnostics into the national platform, covering 30 million beneficiaries. So, using latest technology for the development of health. So, National Digital Health Mission. Digital India 2.0. The Reserve Bank of India introduced a sandbox for blockchain based payment system, encouraging startups to develop interoperable digital wallets and reducing transaction cost by 20%. So the digital payments can be made easily using digital wallets and reducing transaction cost by 20%. So Digital India 2.0. 5.8 magnitude earthquake hits Assam. a disaster, that is a 5.8 magnitude earthquake, hit Assam. According to the National Center for Seismology, the tremors were felt in Bengal, Bhutan, and Nepal. There were no immediate report of any loss of life or a damage to property. So this was a hazard. We know there is a difference between a hazard and a disaster. Disaster is where there is a lot of loss of life and property, but this was a hazard. Yes, Assam and the Himalayan states are vulnerable for earthquakes. Okay, so in geography we have seen they have the plate tectonics and plate edges over there, so that is why many earthquakes are coming in this area in the Himalayan region. Next news is rising tiger count in Chhattisgarh. Recent reports indicate an increase in tiger population in Chhattisgarh. This reflects successful conservation efforts and biodiversity management in the region. The current tiger population is 35, which has doubled from 17 in 2022. So this is good news, where there is increase in tiger population in Chhattisgarh. New railway connectivity in Mizoram. Mizoram's first railway line was inaugurated, connecting Bairabi to Sairang. So just remember this. This is an important news or an information from Bairabi to Sairang, just 20 kilometers from Aizawl, capital of Mizoram. This 51.38 line links Aizawl to the national railway network, marking a historic improvement in the connectivity for the northeast state. So this is the first time, just imagine, after independence, Mizoram is connected to the rest of the world, rest of India, by a railway line. World Bank funding. The World Bank approves $1.2 billion for Gujarat water security project, targeting rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation and desalination plants in coastal districts, aiming to improve water availability for 12 million people. So the World Bank has approved funding for Gujarat water security project. UN climate change COP30. Okay, COP30, you have to remember the UN climate change conference, COP30. India secured a pledge of $10 billion from developed nations for climate resilient infrastructure and committed to achieving 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2035. Okay, so just remember, India got a pledge of $10 billion. So the developed countries were ready to give us $10 billion for climate resilient infrastructure and committing to achieving 500 gigawatts of renewable capacity by 2035. This is international news, that is India's relationship with the other countries. India-Japan Joint Research Center. In Bengaluru, the India-Japan Joint Research Center on AI ethics was inaugurated to formulate guidelines for responsible AI development, focusing on bias mitigation, data privacy, and transparent algorithmic decision making. So these are some of the issues with AI now, which needs to be taken care of when AI is developed. So bias mitigation, data privacy, transparent algorithmic decision making. Next news, Jasmine Lamboria, that's sports news. Jasmine Lamboria first ever win World Boxing Championship. India's 24-year-old Jasmine Lamboria created history by clinching gold in women's 57 kg category at World Boxing Championship 2025 in England's Liverpool. She defeated Paris 2024 Olympic silver medalist Julia Cerezemeta in the final. The last news, India versus Pakistan at Asia Cup. India registered a comprehensive 7-wicket dominant victory over Pakistan in the Group A encounter of the Asia Cup 2025. The team captain Suryakumar Yadav dedicated the team's win to the Indian Armed Forces and also said that they stand by the families of the victims of Pahalgam terror attack. Team India did not shake hands or exchange post-match pleasantries with Pakistan after their match as a symbolic protest against Pakistan. Critics slammed the decision to go through the match, stating that it was deeply insensitive and that the wound of Pahalgam have not yet been healed, while proponents stated that sports mustn't mix with politics. Okay, so this is all for today's news. If you want training for the uh, government jobs, you can contact Knowledge Valley at 8828347481. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates on this. Thank you and have a nice day.